Hi, my name is Rich Life. I am a posture and confidence coach, and I want to invite you into an exercise that wakes up the spine. I find that that's essential because the spine really is our base. It's our ground, it's our root. We think of the floor as our root, and yes, we move off of it, but all of our limbs move from our spine. And if you have a healthy spine, it's a really good thing because you have all these signals traveling up and down the body into the hands. So, a healthy spine is really a blessing. And motion is lotion. So, what we're going to do is we're going to actually isolate different sections of the spine and focus on that. And I like this because the spine likes to move together, yes, but a lot of times we're not getting movement in certain areas of the spine, specifically the thoracic spine up here. So we're actually going to start, and I invite you to stand with me. And we're going to start down in our hips. I know we said we're going to do the spine, but we're going to start down in the hips. And we're going to do three planes of motion. So the first one is rotation. And so we might place our hands on our hips because we want to isolate just the hips and the legs. And we'll do some gentle rotation, going only to where it feels comfortable, not further. Back and forth. You can go as slow or as quickly as feels good for your body, listening to what your body needs. And then we'll come back to center. We're now going to isolate our lumbar spine. So we're going to hold our chest and we're not going to move our legs at all, but we're going to look from side to side, only using the bottom half of our spine, that lumbar spine. There's some pretty good mobility here. Breathing as we do this, filling our lungs, filling deep, filling from the bottom, and then coming back to neutral. And now we're going to do our thoracic spine. And this is the area of the spine that most people, it's kind of immobile. And when it gets immobile, there gets to be a lot of tension. A lot of people have shoulder and neck tension, and it can be from this immobilized thoracic spine. So we'll focus on that, and we're going to actually brace our core so that we're just moving the thoracic spine. And the head moves slightly. It might just kind of guide the movement. There's not as much movement here because there are ribs attached. We're breathing as we do this. Trying not to move my head too much. Isolate the thoracic spine. And then coming back to center. And then now we're going to move the cervical spine from side to side. And the cervical spine has a lot of movement, hopefully, unless you're really tight, which this can kind of be like a massage for it. And I can share with you other stretches and exercises that can help you release your cervical spine. Good. So we're going to switch to another plane of movement, and we're going to go from bottom to top again. And so this one will be forward and backward. And we're actually going to focus on the hips. So we're going to tilt the hips. And we're going to focus on hip tilt. It's very important for yoga. You want your hip bowl to be underneath you. There's a lot of people that have hyperlordosis in their spine where their back is arched all of the time. So this kind of shows you what your spine is actually capable of, especially the hips and that lower sacral spine. We're sensing into our body, which is a very good thing. We want to build awareness, breathing, and then coming back to neutral, really kind of creating a good base, like it's a bowl and there's water and you don't want it to spill. So as we come to center, we create a good base so that nothing spills. like in martial arts or yoga, you want to have that solid base under you. And now we're going to go backwards and forwards with the lumbar spines. We might hold. It's almost like you're bending over, pick something up and then leaning back, breathing. And then we're going to do just the thoracic spine. So that one, it's hard because our shoulders are going to want to roll, but we're going to just brace our core, come backwards and forwards, trying not to do too much neck either. It's hard because we are used to having these other parts of our body involved. And so it's hard to resist that and just isolate one part of our body and bring awareness to that. But it's really good for us. Good. And then coming back to center. And then we're going to go backwards and forwards with our cervical spine, our neck, and just really going as far back as is comfortable. Always listening to your body. Your body is telling you so much. It has a wisdom to it. Good, coming back to center. We have one more plane of movement that we're going to do, and that is side to side. So we'll go side to side with our hips. And you might place your hands on your hips just so that you're isolating the legs and the hips. Kind of like you're going back and forth, hinging, like a teeter-totter or a pendulum, maybe. That's probably better. Good, and coming back to center. And again, too, you're really finding, okay, what is my center here? And then we're going to go side to side with just the lumbar spine. And for me, it helps me to put my hands on my chest to kind of make sure that my thoracic spine isn't getting involved. It will a little bit, but I want to focus on one area, one specific area. Good, almost done. Coming back to center. And then this one's kind of interesting. So you brace your core and you're only doing that thoracic spine. And again, there's less motion here. The ribs are attached. We're a little bit more limited in what we can do here. But it's good to get that motion and that movement. It's going to loosen up the shoulders, the ribs. Good. Couple more, breathing. And then the last one we'll do is that cervical spine, the neck from side to side, bringing your ear down and across. And this one might be tight too, so this one might be a good massage. Trying to isolate, breathing. Good. And then tune into your body at the very end and see how you're feeling. You might feel a little buzz of energy, a little bit of movement or flow. Tune into that, really pay attention. Take a couple of breaths before you go about your day and move on to something else. This can be a really great exercise that you can use at the beginning of your day, before work, before exercise, before bed, even. It might be something that would help you relax and create more mindfulness as well. So I invite you to do this, to try it out. You can use this video, you can do it on your own once you've kind of got the hang of it, and see how you feel throughout the day. Let me know in the comments. I want to know how you're feeling and how it might be improving your posture and, of course, your confidence, how you're moving throughout the day. How you move, it really determines a lot of how you feel. So stand tall and have a great day.